Hello again, welcome to another video, back in the games room. So weekly pickles video. I think I've had a pretty good week this week, and everything I've got is from CEX apart from one thing. So we'll go with my first pickles, what I got from Doncaster. So I've got Die Hard Trilogy for the Sega Saturn. Now I've got this on the PS1 and I've never played it on the Sega Saturn. So that comes with manual and disc, and this was, if I remember rightly, £18, which I don't think is too bad. Now, if anyone don't know about these Saturn cake, these ones, I'll show it better like there. There's no protection on the disc. It's just basically it clips on with a spindle. And if you have you store all your Saturn games horizontally like that, and you stack them, what happens is when the I'll show you on here, when the manual like that, when the manual sits on there for too long, it actually bends the disc. It warps the disc. And then it doesn't play, it starts scratching on your Saturn. So basically what I'm trying to say is make sure you stand them up like that and you'll be all right. But yeah, so first, and if you have got any discs that are slightly warped or twisted, what you do is get them in between a big book like an encyclopedia, put them in the pages, and then stack stuff on top, and that flattens them out. Leave it for like a day or so. But yeah, so first pick up Die Hard Trilogy with a bit of random trivia. Right. That's from Doncaster. Second pick from Doncaster, which is in this generic Mega Drive case. I've got to print off a cover for it. Is Alicia Dragoon. So I've done a little bit of gameplay on this. I can remember playing this in my mate's house back in the day. A fantastic game, but I didn't really appreciate it back in the day. But it is a fantastic game. I think it's because you feel a bit overpowered, but as you get through the levels, it gets really challenging, and you have to really watch your lightning power. And how it recharges. But yeah, fantastic game. So Doncaster, Die Hard Trilogy, Alicia Dragoon. And then I went to, that was yesterday, I went to CX again, but in Long Eaton. So I took a few games, did a post that, and I sold them. So I sold, I think, 2 Evercade games and 3 or 4, it might be 3 Evercade games, I think, and 3 like Xbox 360 games. I got a £58 voucher, which I didn't think was too bad. So I picked up 3 games. So the first game was Toy Story for the Mega Drive. This was £10. And yeah, great game. Graphically, very impressive. Really, really impressive. I've already done a video on this one as well. Hasn't got the manual, but hopefully I'll pick that up at some point. Or I'll get one with a manual and then, you know, I could trade this in again. But yeah, really nice game. Music's great. Gameplay is actually quite challenging. So for a kid's game, that is. So yeah, first pick up from Long Eaton CX. Then my next pickup for Long Eaton CX was Croc. It was this one, Legend of the Gobbos. Now, I've been told by in my comments that the PlayStation 1 version is better. So I will look out for that and get that, because I've never really played Croc back in the day. I had N64 and I played Mario 64 basically. Then every excuse me, but then every other 3D platformer then came after Mario, didn't it, really? So yeah, it's not bad. I've had a bit of a go in it, but it's got a glitch. So this comes with the disc and manual and some other, you know, cards for you send stuff to is it Acclaim, this one, or is it no Fox? But yeah, so basically on this one, I'm just looking out the window because I see my dogs. I do a video, my dog's always running around doing silly things. But yeah, so this has got a glitch. So the glitch is Croc loses his head. His head just absolutely is not there. So what I've read is that you have to, if you've got the Saturn on it, you have to start it up with the logo, and then put the disc in. But if you put the disc and then turn it on, it'll have the glitch. Or if you played another game first and then put Croc in, it'll have no head. So you have to start the machine, see the Saturn logo appear, you know, that, you know, iconic sound, and then it'll have a head. Bizarre, but yeah. So I played it for a bit yesterday with Croc with no head, and because I played it on the Polymega, it doesn't have the boot up fit on that, so he's instantly got no head. Played it in the Saturn, the Saturn in the cabin, and it's using a pseudo-Kai card, so it doesn't start up, it goes straight to pseudo-Kai card, and he had no head again. So yeah, it's bizarre glitch, but yeah, it's a thing. But yeah, I paid £40 for this, and I do like these plastic clamshell Saturn cases. They're a lot more hard-wearing, aren't they? So £40 for that. I don't know if it's a good deal, but I don't really see it very often on Saturn. And I thought, yeah, get that for the collection. And then the third thing I picked up from Long Eaton CX was, got a Buster Move 2, and it's the arcade edition. So I love Buster Move. I think I've got a few on the Game Boys and that. but I've never played this on the arcade edition, and definitely not on the Saturn. So I had a bit of a blast on it yesterday. Really good. I've done a video on this, but I haven't posted it yet. But yeah, so it comes with disc and manual. Nice disc, all in good condition. And yeah, and it's in the cardboard kind of Saturn sleeve. So I have got a lot of Saturn repros. I don't know if you can see them. I'll just spin you around up on that shelf. Where's my finger? Just there, all there. That's all Saturn reproduction. And then all my legit games are in the cabinet down here. So I've probably got about 30 legit Saturn games, and I've got loads of repros that I can, the expensive games I can try. But what I'm doing now, I'm trying to get on the hunt now for actual Saturn, releases. So yeah. And then my final pick is, which all my Saturn games have these, is just basically plastic box protectors for Saturn games, because I want to protect them, you see. Well, the one I've got in the cardboard. So all my Saturn games have these. Basically, all my games have these on, because I'm dead anal about protecting them. But yeah, so I've got a box full of them. I think I got 10 in there. So yeah, a little bit of a recap. Not a bad week. I've got a bit not very interesting, but I think it's quite important for a game room. Plastic box protectors. Buster Move for the Sega Saturn. Buster Move 2 Arcade Edition, which is really cool. Toy Story for the Mega Drive, all from CX. Croc for the Saturn, from CX again. And from CX in Doncaster, which I was quite impressed with Doncaster one. If I'm ever working up there again, I think I'll pop in. Die Trilogy for Sega Saturn. And I also got, if I open it, Alicia Dragoon for the Mega Drive, which I've been after for ages. I never see it around. And when I do see it, it's always overpriced. This was £15 for the cart, which is quite, I think, overpriced just for a cart. But it's a fantastic game. So I'm just going to do my own cover art in here, print it off. Well, I get my lad to do the design. I think is it cover. There's an app. There's a website you go on. Is it Cover Project or something like that? So he goes on that. He'll print it off for me. I'm terrible with stuff for that. But yeah, so that's my pickups this week. Games I'm currently playing. I ain't playing a modern game at the minute, so I'm waiting for some games to come in. What I've pre-ordered. So yeah, that's what it is. I'm not sure. Is it Mind's Eye? Yeah, I pre-ordered a game called Mind's Eye, which I think that comes out in a few days. So I'm looking forward to that. That looks really good. So yeah, I ain't playing a modern game at the minute. So what I've been doing, I've been playing all my retro, and at night just watching a film or something. So as you do. So but I was going to get what's it called? Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Switch. I was going to get that, but I have got it on the Wii U. So I thought, do I get it on the Switch? I've already got it. And I will get it eventually. Certain games, I do like the Xenoblade games, you always double dip on. I don't know, people do it, you might do it yourself, you double dip. So I've got it on the Wii U, but the Switch is so easy to obviously use and everything. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next one. See you later.